Guys, welcome to another interesting episode on K Sport Podcast. The big boys call me T Fresh, aka the sports chef, serving banter on a platter. It's another beautiful morning to talk football because it's always beautiful to talk football. And yeah, we don't talk football with you alone. On K Sport, we bring you the best footballing brains in the nation, both male and female. And today I have one of the best footballing brain in this nation, and she needs little introduction, but the little introduction I will let her do that herself. Your Excellency, ma.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on this podcast. It's nice to be here. My name is Atinuke. I'm a sport journalist and a sport content creator.
Wow, she's a sport journalist and a sport content creator. So I'm curious, Ms. Atinuke, in a sport dominated by the male gender, what was your inspiration? What led you to grow this passion for football?
My parents, my dad of blessed memory, but growing up, I grew up in a sport family.
Wow.
My mom was a sport lecturer, and my dad did sports. So people expect you to follow in that
line.
trajectory.
Yeah.
But Yoruba, you say, Esin Baba Ogbomola. But
Sure.
despite my parents doing sports, being on the main scene, I did not like it. As much as I loved sports growing up, I did not want to be the main.
You don't like participating.
Exactly. So it was not something I really wanted to do.
You did sport at a point?
Yes, when I was in secondary school, when I had institution, I did sports. I did volleyball and football. And football. Yeah. So when I got to school, higher institution, obviously, I was very outspoken. So it got to a point, people were now using me to brag in school. Say, this girl will beat this. I was like, no, I was very outspoken, the bands, you know how everything is. So I met someone and said, you just need to, I know you don't want to be there, but with the way you talk sport, because growing up, people will call me and they will ask you want to ask anything, just call Atinuke will answer you. She will know. So I had a lot of people put me up, and till today I will always say Toby Adepoju was my number one mentor. Growing up, he was the one that always, even when my mom was like, there's no money in this work, they said, Mommy, let her do it. Just let her do it. So I think that was how I got myself into where I am now.
Oh, she was born into a sport family. I'm envious of that.
Does not mean born into a sport family does not mean.
I don't just pick sport on the road. Like
yes.
I just love football.
Sport is for me. I tell people sport is that thing that bring people together. Now everybody watch sports. It's not more a male dominated gender like it was now. You see, even females, even our baddies, our slim mamas, they always, maybe you have a boyfriend that watch football, you have follow him. So little by little, everybody is interested in the world of sport now.
Yeah, I'm even directly connected to that because my sister too is the fanatic.
Yeah, so everybody.
On Twitter, you see different ladies going at it, and they always shoot me for Belio. It was always lonely at the top, shouting to all these guys and all. So nice, that's nice. Going on to the next, I'll ask. You have a team, you have a favorite team, a favorite football team.
Yes, I do.
You do. I would like to know, what team is that?
Everybody watch European football, but I love the NPFL. I love Nigerian football. I love the Super Eagles. I love anything Nigerian football. So if you ask me which club I support,
I have to specify.
I will start from the NPFL, and I will say I support Shooting Stars and Ikorodu City. Ikorodu City just got promoted to the NPFL. Okay. But so those are my two favorite four. Then of course in Europe is Manchester United.
Okay. We love NPFL too. On K Sport Podcast, we are one of the best supportive media of NPFL. Yeah, we watch matches and we will talk about that on the show as the show unfolds. Also, let's finish Europe and come back home.
Yeah.
So Europe, Manchester United. Wow. Beautiful girls support Manchester United. That's nice. So what I don't want to ask you what do you think of your past season, because I don't want to go there, but I'll ask you, what are your expectations for the new season?
There's no I will talk about this season, I'll not talk about the past. Last season I was one of the biggest critics of Erik ten Hag. I felt like it was, I know every manager is stubborn, but I always had the feeling that when something is not going the right way, you have to change it. And it's so bad that Ten Hag waited to game week 35, the game against Arsenal, before it changed something. Because you look at Manchester United from the beginning of the season up until that point, it was they were getting results, but the performance was not there. Everybody, exactly, there was no pattern, there was no play. You don't even know where you are going at. But they have to rely on individual moments, individual brilliance to get results up until that moment. So I was the biggest critic. I wanted him to be sacked, but it's so funny. I wanted him. Okay. Yeah, that's why I say wanted, because if you say you want someone to be sacked and you look at the names that are being linked, the devil is better.
It's better.
So it got to a point I said, you know what? I think winning the FA Cup maybe changed a lot of people's mine included. Okay. And at that point I felt, you know what, let him just continue. Let him 2 seasons, 2 trophies. Yeah. So expectations for the new season is low because of recent years. New ownership, you would expect changes. But one thing I'm impressed with going into the new season is that the manager is not going to be in charge of the transfers. I think he has always been in charge of transfers. He came in and we've had a lot of just want to go to Netherlands and bring players and ban. So exactly. So I call him Pukuli actually. I call him Pukuli. So yeah, I have a lot of nicknames for United players. Don't worry, we'll talk about that on camera. But going into this season, expectations not very high. I'll wait till the transfer window is open now. So I will see what the owners do. And another thing that I think did not work very well for him last season was injuries. So maybe if injuries can be kind to him this season, but I'm okay with top 4 and a cup trophy at the end of the season.
At the end of the season. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Man United top 4 and
a cup,
probably Carabao or
anyone.
Okay, so let's talk about the Euros. The Euros that's what's hot on ground. Let's say starting this competition, what do you think has happened so far in the competition? How do you think the competition has unfolded? Like, has it met the expectation or is it below par?
So I said it was below par at the beginning. I think the AFCON got so stuck in a lot of us, and because the AFCON was one of the best tournaments, so the expectations were high for the Euros. But at the beginning, I was not feeling it. I was not really into it like that. But I think in recent days, it's really
they've picked
up, and I think one thing that has really been amazing for these Euros is the underdogs have not been underdogs. You've not really seen a team being walloped or being beaten like that. Maybe I think Spain is the first team to score 4 goals, which they did. So it's been a tournament where football is improving, where you can say teams, the underdogs are coming up. So those are the top also has to keep doing better. So that's, for me, that has been the main thing that have gotten me excited.
Even Spain got a scare. From Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's true. They really picked up the pace, and I like the competitive edge.
Yes.
Yeah. So who was your favorite? And who do you think will win it now?
Okay.
Are your favorites your favorites?
Yes. I'm the biggest fan of Kylian Mbappe. I'm one of the biggest. Okay. Don't let me say I'm the biggest. I'm one of the biggest fan of Kylian Mbappe. Okay. And so going into every tournament, it's 2 things. It's watch England and support France.
England.
It's 2 things. It's 2 things. And I love Bruno Fernandes. So at the beginning of tournament, if you ask for my favorite wins, I would say France and Portugal. It's watch England. It's just like something like
England.
Exactly. But it's watch is not going well at the moment.
It's not. Because of Jude.
We'll continue
Jude is not
in another round. But my favorite are still my favorite. Do I think they'll win it? If there's one thing tournament football I've taught me is that sometimes playing the best football does not guarantee you the trophy. You could say Spain has played the best football so far at this tournament. Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal has been amazing to watch. And I think one player that stood out for me, as much as everybody have been speaking about Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, I think I've been impressed with Fabian Ruiz.
Yes, I was about to say that.
I think I've been really...
He's like the unsung
hero of that team. So I think I've really impressed with the Spanish team. You could ask yourself, why did it take too long for De La Fuente to really get something clicking? But at the same time, and one interesting thing about the team, which I love about teams, is when you have a team where everybody can score, and that is one interesting thing about Spain. Rodri can just pop up, Fabian can score, everybody can defend. Cucurella had chances, so you could see everybody trying to make themselves known in the team. And that's one
thing I think has changed has been the strength. They don't have that strength before. They have all these all these players with flair but no grit.
Yeah.
Nico Williams and Yama actually brought that, and the Rodri and Fabian.
I think because it's the involvement of football.
Yeah.
When football is now, you look at your wingers nowadays, you just want to dribble into the box, try and hit a shot, bring a cross. It's not just, there has to be flair. Everybody wants to watch football and enjoy football. It's not more just about the result at this moment. As much as, yes, goals matter, because we've seen players not play anything and they score and they say, oh, Bellingham is an example of that in the game against Slovakia. So that's what football is at the moment. Another thing that really been impressive is Germany. Yes, you could say maybe they got the scare when they drew against Switzerland last group game, but I think alongside Spain, they've been one of the teams that have been interesting.
Okay, so I think you said France and Portugal. Yeah. Okay.
But people should watch out for Austria.
Austria. Okay.
Yes, watch out for
Maybe
Austria.
we'll get the France-Portugal final. Who knows? So I think that's enough of us traveling about. I think time for us to come home.
Yeah. Let's
talk about the NPFL. So, the NPFL so far, what are your thoughts?
We had a very good season, one of the best in recent years. I love when we play good, the full season and not abridged. So I think playing the full season was very good. Everybody had equal chances of winning the league, and at the end of the day, Rangers came out and won the league. Congratulations once again to Rangers
fans, congratulations
for winning the league. But it was a very good season.
Yeah. You think they were the growth there was
yes, like Ogala will always say, Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah.
So there's this belief that as the season goes,
you keep growing. If you continue like
this, to get better. And I think it's interesting to see, because there's this perspective about the NPFL that people don't watch the NPFL. There's nothing there, but something is there. Players are evolving. Good football is there. There's prize money also now. So you're not just playing for playing sake. 150 million goes for the winner of the NPFL. And every team also get a participation fee at the beginning of the season. So there's something to play for. I was sad to see Sporting Lagos go down. To be sincere, I felt like in a league like that, we want more private teams
like that, because I think they had a hand in the growth of the marketing, into marketing
and the brand stuff. When you look at the marketing side, so we need teams like Sporting Lagos, like Remo Stars, those private entity. I was sad to see Sporting Lagos go down, but I feel like they will come up back.
I feel attached to them too, though. Because Lagos now, but going down was hard, but. They will come back. They will come back.
Yeah,
we know they will come back. And so, what are the expectations for next season? What do you think? Where do we need to improve on next season and make it even a better season than the last one?
I think more clubs need to take their media seriously. A lot of clubs don't take media seriously. A lot. And we clamor, we shout, we talk, we tweet, we talk online, everything about it. So I think more, because that's where the visibility is from. If people see, that's when people know that,
come and watch. That's
so I think
see what is going on.
People, clubs need to take their visibility, media very well. The branding aspect is lacking for most clubs, and the football is good at the moment. I think I'm enjoying the football, but that aspect is where clubs need to do better for me.
Exactly, because I was talking with a friend, because we were talking about, we attended the Abia Warriors versus Economy Presidential Federation Cup, I think. Yeah. We attended that match. The match was so interesting, so very interesting. Played. I just did number 10 and number 5. I'm going to Google their name and I'm going to come back on the show and talk about them. They are very good. But the problem is, before that match, we were online trying to say anything, or even on Twitter, like, it was very little marketing.
No offense to Academy, but they are the worst club when it comes to media.
To marketing.
To media. Yes,
wow.
You barely see pictures online. Even when because they were in the league 2 seasons ago, you'll be begging for results. Like, please, what did they play over there?
To even know.
That's why some teams did not want them to get promoted. Not because of it, but because going to Maduguri to play, it's
dangerous.
Jungle. It's a jungle. So
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
And the jersey, the issue of the Nigerian jersey, we even in the studio, we want to get jerseys of Nigerian Football League, and it is hard. We have to call somebody in Remo, please, when you go to the stadium, let's get a jersey.
It is not hard.
Okay, thank you. That's why you're here. Please.
We'll talk of Cabaret about it, but it is not hard because we have there's someone that has taken it upon himself to get the jerseys for people.
Wow.
So I know someone that bought like 13 NPFL jerseys this
season. Yeah, so that person, we need to like put that person out. People will know, okay, this is the person to go to. Because there's a Twitter account for it. I don't know. So, I wish we could even talk about it.
Apart from clubs that did not sell jerseys.
Some clubs don't sell jerseys.
Shooting Star did not sell this season.
For what? Sorry, for you know the reason why, or they just decided not to?
Because they are one of those things that don't take their media
serious. Why team no go sell jersey?
Because it's sad when people want, and for a club like Shooting Stars that has a large fan base, I don't know why. Sporting Lagos sold jersey for 20,000.
Football in Ibadan, I'm not in Ibadan, but football in Ibadan is just out of this world, and I'm saying it.
Yes, now stadium are always filled to the ring, and
grassroots football, I've seen it.
So, but I know there are teams in place to get better, but most clubs sold jersey because Bayelsa, Niger Tornado, Remo, Sporting, most clubs sold jersey, and people were able to get jersey.
Okay, guys, the jerseys, we've been talking about it, so we will be getting jerseys. She will give us the handle of the person on Twitter, and we will help you guys put it out so you connect with the person and get jerseys, because we're also going to do that too.
There's been improvement, and one of the improvements has been because. Let me start from the WAFCON, that's the Women Africa Cup of Nations. Yeah. It has always been like a one-sided tournament. Nigeria just go there, bulldoze everybody, and just win the cup. But
yes.
we've seen teams come on likes of South Africa, Morocco, Cameroon, Zambia. A lot of teams have come to the party, and one thing is very, very certain in women's football: there are no minions anymore. Nigeria have not qualified for the last Olympics.
Yeah.
They nearly missed out on even the WAFCON. A tournament was organized in Nigeria 2 years ago, and South Africa came here
and beat us
in Lagos actually. So there's been improvements, and the facilities is also improving. Morocco is going to be hosting like almost all the African tournaments we have in the next 3 or 4 years, because they have one of the best facilities. But one thing that I've always been known for African footballers, African ladies going to FIFA Under-17 World Cup, FIFA Under-20 World Cups, but
they would play exceptionally well.
But one thing that has improved also is the leagues. There's been a lot of women leagues, and people are playing African leagues in Africa. Nigeria has a women's league. Before the academy match, there was the women's final, the Nigeria and the Rivers Angels.
I saw that match too.
Yeah, so nice the league, when there's league, that's where you can improve. Because if there's no league and you just call these ladies to go and be playing once in 3 months, it does not work that way. But when they are playing every week, they keep themselves fit, they keep themselves ready for opportunities. So it's not yet there like the male football, but the improvement it's a gradual process.
Because I would love to have a female league where they are playing for playing sake, for playing in the country's sake. Because most before, I don't know now, but before they used to play, there's female teams for farming. It's more like they farm, the European teams come down here and farm players from our female teams. That's what they are predominantly made for.
There's a proper league now in Nigeria. There's a proper league. They are being grouped. We have Group A, Group B based on zone. So at the end of the season, the top 3 from each group play Super 6.
Super 6.
Yes, wow. They play Super 6. They did it this year, and Delta Queens, I think the Delta Queens won.
The same Delta Queens that won.
No, Rivers Angels won.
Okay,
so they won the women's league, the Super 6. Yes, so they've done it for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. I remember 3 years ago, the Super 6 was there, the Djibouti. Yes, I remember one was there, Djibouti. So
wow. So guys, the Super 6, the female league is going on. is going on. Me now, I'm more interested because I was curious before, but now I'm more interested. I really love new football and sponsors. If you're watching us, please, we need sponsors, we need media personalities. Go for these people. This is the gold mine currently across Europe. They are saying our stadiums. People want to see these females play too. So you just need the media. If you're a sponsor here, please help us out. And B.
Yes.
Yeah. So lastly, there's a rumor going on in the NPFL that I would really like to address. I'd like to ask you, because you are inside, maybe the outside we did, about a team. You tell us about that team, but we just said a team might be selling their slot in the NPFL, and some teams are really interested in getting that slot. So, ma'am, can you please shed little light on that?
Like you said, it's team. Nobody knows the team. 4 teams got promoted. Academy Warriors, Nasarawa, Ikorodu City, and Beyond Limit. But one thing I want people to know is that selling of slots is not new.
Yeah. Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
It happens even in South Africa.
Wow.
But there's a difference. The difference between South Africa and Nigeria is when you sell slots in South Africa, if I'm a person and I sell you my slot, you change the name to my name. So if Atinuke sells slots to you, you change the name of your club to Atinuke.
Okay, let's use some.
Let's say Manchester United sells their slot to Chelsea. They change the name of their club.
From Chelsea to Manchester.
They change the name of the club to the club that sold the slot for them.
So that means they will play as that.
Yes.
For that season or for till they will be in the league.
Yes. But for Nigeria, you don't need to change it. It happened. Okay. It still happened. The slot Kwara United is using right now in the NPFL. They bought it from Delta United. Delta bought it from Kada.
Okay.
Kada sold to Delta Force. Delta Force sold to Kwara. So selling of sorts is nothing new.
It's not new.
But a lot of people see it and I'm like, how do you sell? It's nothing new. It happens.
Probably just.
But because a lot of people are just watching the league, don't know, so I understand.
People like some of us. I'm not just watching the league, but that part of selling slots.
Exactly. So it's not even when Kwara United bought that league. I think Delta Force has played like 2 or 3 games. They didn't buy it at the beginning of the season, yes.
Okay, that would lead me to my next question. But
so they didn't buy it at the beginning of the season. Okay. So now and I think they bought that slot. I don't know if it was 100 or 150 million. I can't really, but I know it was around that figure. Yeah. So selling of slots is nothing new. So if a club, like you actually said, wants to sell their club, people should not be surprised. It's happens.
We won't be surprised. But one thing I'm going to ask now is, for a growing league like the NPFL, is it the right thing to do? Should it be allowed?
When I speak to my friends about this thing, I tell people we watch too much European football.
Yes, we do.
So we love to compare. But I think we need to, let's be safe with ourselves and say we are miles apart. No, it's not only you. A lot of us. Let's know that we are miles apart. Even to the players' perspective, we are a selling league.
Yeah.
We are a seller. As much as we want to improve, we want to keep our best players. I know. When Europe comes calling, we are still a selling league. Europe does not. Once Egypt comes calling, you are going. Even sometimes Uganda. We've sold player from Nigerian league to Egypt for $150,000. Eyimba sold the player 2 years ago, 3 years ago for that. So you would not reject that money, because as a government club, and the government is giving you, let me say, 120 million per month to run their football club. Okay. And you go and meet the governor that, sir, you will not reject that kind of money. So I used to say our league is a reflection of our economy. So because of how the Nigerian economy is, it's still...
We are still a selling league. We need to sell to be able to...
So when we get to a stage, I know we would not be selling slot anymore. But for now,
let's let the slots keep selling.
You think you want to sell your slots and you feel like, because people sell slot because they feel like they don't have the money to play. Because to complete a full NPFL season, you are spending nothing less than you manage. Even you are paying, because the minimum wage of an NPFL player is 150,000 naira. That's the minimum you must give any NPFL player. Players earn as much as 600, 700, but the minimum is 100 per month. Is 150,000. Now, even if you are giving every player in your squad right now, because to travel for away games, you are spending nothing less than 600, 700 million for the whole season to play a full NPFL. So it's not everybody. And if you now have a government that don't like sports, there's problem. Because where's the money?
Who will be funding you?
Who will fund? So that's why some people sell slots, because you are playing an NNL season where you don't play as much matches.
Especially when there's a team in the same
region and stuff like that.
Same, probably,
you play an NNL
season.
Has
their sister clubs.
If you are playing an NNL season, you are only playing 22 matches, and it's by zone. So you cannot be in Lagos and travel to Maduguri.
You play within
yours. So you may go to the south. You may go to the south, but you will not go to the north because it's far. So the money to play that kind of league is still manageable. So they are selling league. So it's slot and boys,
you have to pay the FT sum. And if you can't pay it,
you sell your slots.
Sell them. It's not that hard. So we understand why we have to sell slots if it is available. So lastly, I'll ask you just a random question. Who do you think will win the Ballon d'Or this year?
Vinicius Junior.
Oh, Vinicius Junior. That was very fast. You already know by everything. You already know why.
It's watch England. It's watch England players.
Okay.
So I'm not going to make
that's against you, David.
Vinicius Junior.
So, Mr. Atinuke, it was nice. It was insightful. It was interesting. I did not even want this to end, but I'm so happy you came here and you gave us your 2 cents. Like I said, she's a phenomenal footballing brain in the nation. So, Mr. Atinuke, guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm K Sports. From the whole family of K Sports, we have this little package for you. So help us accept it with love and peace. And we are looking forward to having you again on the show.
No problem.
And God bless you, and God bless people like you. And we want more females to come here and tell us how good they are. And God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much to everybody on K Sport Podcast, the producer, director, the cameraman, everybody involved. I say a very big thank you, and thank you for this gift. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. So, like I said, my name is Steve Fresh, the sports chef serving banter on the platter. And you can follow us for more of these interesting topics, more of these interesting facts and football transfers, everything interesting about football on KSport_podcast. KSport_podcast. We're on YouTube, TikTok. Just search KSport on all social media platforms. We got you. We love you. Peace. Sign out.